Hello everyone. Welcome back to another Commander review for Magic the Gathering. We are in the Champions of Kamigawa set, and today we are talking about Kumano Master Yamabushi, who is a human shaman. It's a 4/4, and it has a mana value of 5, 3 generic mana and 2 red mana. It has a activated ability for 1 and a red. Kumano Master Yamabushi deals 1 damage to any target. That's just the errated text. It says Kumano deals 1 damage to any target. And then it has a replacement text as well, and I'm going to read the errated version for that as well. If a creature dealt damage by Kumano this turn would die, exile it instead. So, deal damage, exile, hopefully exile the targets that you are dealing damage to. Very straightforward, no rulings for this commander. And of course, let's take full advantage of this activated ability and replacement effect by equipping Basilisk Collar to Kumano. By giving Kumano Death Touch, it's just an instantaneous death to anything that it can target. So obviously Ward, Hexproof, Shroud, anything like that will be something you have to work around, but this alone will make Kumano a 2 mana insta-death to any target that is a creature, of course. So very, very cool, very, very powerful. And I've never really noticed this before, but like all the other animals in the background, like the first one that really caught my eye was the bird. Kind of looking at him, but he's not because he's in the background. He's like looking to his left. And then there's the weird eyeball furry balls there. The fur balls. They're fur balls. They're fur balls. Wow. They kind of remind me of the little coal spirits from Spirited Away. And then it looks like there's a werewolf in the background and some sort of squid or octopus in the background. Anyway, Basilisk Collar or other death touch effects, very cool with Kumano. The deck that I am building for Kumano is of course, it is a burn deck. We want as many replacements effects as possible to beef up the damage that Kumano deals. We want ways to reduce the cost of Kumano's ability so we can do it for cheaper mana and deal even more damage that way. Leyline Tyrant, of course, is in here just because it's a great way to ramp mana in mono red for this ability. And the one reason why I'm taking forever in this explanation of the deck is because I just want to make it clear that when you're dealing with things that have replacement effects, and the most common one is going to be damage based. If you're doing something like Gratuitous Violence, and then something that triples the damage or doubles the damage again, not that it's going to change a whole lot, but it can change it a little bit, because the target that you are generally picking is going to be something that your opponent controls, or that you are targeting your opponent and dealing the damage directly to them, essentially because they are the ones being affected by your ability from Kumano. They get to choose how the replacement triggers resolve, essentially, because there isn't a stack, but they get to choose how those things resolve. So you may build your replacement effects for burn to maximize the amount of damage you deal, but just remember that when that is actually happening, your opponent will choose how that stuff actually goes. At the end of the day, it's going to be a very small difference if you are really just filling the board with replacements effects like this, but it can make a difference. So just bear that in mind. If your opponent is being affected by the replacement effect, they get to choose how that works. So if they want to triple the damage, then double the damage, or if they want to double the damage and then give it the extra +1 damage, they get to choose that. But at the end of the day, you're still doing more damage than the 1. So really, really powerful. A popular deck idea on EDH Rec is, of course, an equipment deck. There are lots of equipment that can beef up Kumano's ability, whether it's giving it Death Touch, Lifelink, Infect, I think, might even work for this. Wither would be a cool one because it can wither down your opponents. There's lots of equipment that you can use. So this is a very popular deck idea on EDH Rec, and very easy to do in Mono Red. And then lastly, but not least, is of course an Enraged deck. Mono Red Enraged. I think there's enough dinosaurs in existence that you could build an Enraged deck just fine with just dinosaurs and have Kumano be someone that's, you know, cracking the whip and making your dinosaurs do crazy things. However, there are other cards that do work this way. A classic one, of course, is Stuffy Doll, the Stop Hitting Yourself Commander card. Really great card. And then there are some few other exceptions that fit this category. Howlpack Avenger is also a very cool card as well. So, yeah. Stop Hitting Yourself deck, Enraged deck, I think it's one of my favorite archetypes to play with because it's so niche and unique. And I think this would be a fun commander to build around for it in Mono Red. And that's going to do it for Kumano Master Yamabushi. Very popular commander, surprisingly. I think it's got to do with just how cheap its burn ability is and how easy it is to boost that damage in Commander's meta right now. And, of course, being able to exile the creatures that you kill instead of just killing them with Kumano's ability is very, very powerful effect. So, really cool card. I'm excited to build around it and play with it. Of course, it's a burn deck, so be prepared to have some hate at the table because you're going to play fast. Some of your opponents might not want to play that fast, so they're going to try and slow you down in any way they can. So be prepared for that. Have a lot of fun. Thank you for watching, and of course, if there's anything I missed, let me know in the comments below, whether that's card synergies or deck ideas that I did not talk about. Let me know. I'd love to read your guys' comments as always, and thanks again for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye!